Hello, mathematicians. This video, we're going to look at ALEKS, how changing a value affects the mean and the median. This is a photoshopped, obviously, picture of a Knicks player. Some of my students know that I like the Knicks, and so they made this image. Kind of funny, a few years ago. All right, so the mean is the average. Add them all up, divide by the number of numbers. So we want to figure out what the mean is originally. And so if we add up all of these numbers, and then divide by 9, because there's 9 numbers, we get an original mean of 319. Now, if we change the number that is 409, we change that and make it 319. Well, we have just decreased the total sum of the numbers by 90. Do 409 minus 319, we see 90 is our difference here. It decreased by 90, the sum decreased by 90. Well, if we divide that 90 by 9, because there's 9 numbers, then it means the mean decreased by 10. If the sum decreased by 90, the mean decreased by 10 because there's 9 numbers. So we would choose that it decreased, the mean decreased by 10. All right, then the median, the middle number, here is 318. That's my original median. If the 409 changes to 319, well, that wouldn't be there, but 319 would fit in right here. And so we would still have the same median, same middle number. All right, median, that's the middle number. In this case, we have 10 numbers, so it's right there in between the 1010 and the 1020. Well, halfway between those is 1015. You can divide them by 2. Add them together, divide by 2. So the original median is 1015. Well, if 810 changes to 1060, that's going to shift this median. Now we're going to have one number over here, 1060 over there. So it's going to shift that median from halfway between 110 and 120 to halfway between 120 and 125. So if you want to do the calculation, you're adding them together, dividing by 2. And so you get 1022.5. So if we subtract the original median from it, we get that it increased by 7.5. All right, well, what about the mean? Mean is the average. So if you take all the original numbers, average them together, you get 1005. Add them all up, divide by 10 because there's 10 numbers. All right, if 810 changes to 1060, well, what happened to our sum? Well, if we subtract those, we find the difference of 250. The sum increased by 250. So if we take 250 and divide it by, in this case, 10, then that means that the mean would increase by 25. And you could go through the calculations. You could take the 810 out of it, put the 1060 in there, add them all up, divide by the number of numbers, and you'll see a new mean of 1030. All right, so hopefully this is helping you on your learning path.